Well, I'm a little frustrated at myself at the moment because twice now I've recorded this whole mining thing and not hit the record button. So all this got done and recorded, and awesome commentary. I mean, the best commentary of any video ever. You'll just never know because it didn't get recorded. Yep, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. And yeah, it didn't get recorded, so therefore it's pointless. So with that, let's try this again. Oh, hi. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to episode number 3 of the Minecraft Manual, Surviving and Thriving. Hopefully you all are having an absolutely brotastic day. I myself am having a wonderful day. I'm actually recording this directly after the last episode. I recorded the last episode because I derped up and I'm rusty, okay? I'm rusty. It's been a while since I've pushed the button to record, and I've got to learn how to do all this stuff all over again. I'm an old fart. I'm slow at these things. You have to forgive me. All right, here we are, and the third time's the charm, right? So, last episode, we talked about renewable food sources, such as this wheat farm we planted. You can see we're getting a good little bit of wheat growing now. We've talked about the carrots and potatoes, kind of where to find them, and things, how we can use the seeds and the wheat and other vegetation that we can grow and eat to breed up our sheep and our chickens and just get ourselves a renewable source of food. We talked about a little bit of a sugarcane farm, which this will come in super useful. Not right now, but soon enough we'll be using this, and we're going to start making some paper and books and get ready to do some enchanting, hopefully pretty early on into the series, because that's going to help us out a lot. We talked about the tree farm, the tall oak trees, the birch trees, and how I'm going to need a lot of this for our starter home, which I'm hoping to get into next episode. We also talked about some of the mob drops. We talked about the chickens and all the passive mobs. We talked about the chickens, how they drop eggs, or they lay eggs for us. They also drop feathers, and they'll drop raw chicken when we kill them. The sheep with their wool and mutton, cows with leather and stuff. The only useless one's really the pig. But we also talked about some hostile mobs like the skellies that drop bows, and I got super lucky, got a second bow and all that stuff, and did not get to show you how I made a really, not a really good bow, but a better bow, because I'm a derp and didn't hit record for the second time recording that clip. I think that's enough of that. Okay, enough mentioning that I'm a derp and didn't do what I was supposed to do. But we talked about hostile mob drops, the zombie, the skelly, the spider, and the creeper. And the 4 passive mobs and the 4 hostile mobs we kind of went over are what I would consider the main mobs. They're the ones you're going to find most common. You can see back there we have a bee that was just added in the 1.15 update. I think we saw some squid over here. We'll get onto all that in due time. Just keep in mind it's kind of a tutorial series, and we're taking the early game very slowly. Like, I know I've got bones. I could take those bones, I could make bone meal and grow all this, but I'm taking it slowly, and we are going to get into the bone meal. We're going to get into composting and things later on, and we're just trying to help out some of the people who are still brand new to Minecraft. With that being said, let's actually go and talk about some mining today. So there are a few things that you're going to want to bring with you when you mine. The first thing you're going to want to bring, of course, are pickaxes. You're going to want to bring pickaxes, or you're not going to be able to mine. The name of the game is Minecraft. You can't craft things unless you mine things. None of this means none of this kind of thing. So we're going to go down into the caves. We're going to break this up into 2 different kind of sections. We're going to talk about caving, which is what I was doing over here. and this cave is now completely full and pointless, and yeah. So we're gonna go find a new cave, but we're also gonna talk about strip mining or branch mining, whichever you prefer to call it. So let me find a new cave, and I'll be right back with you. All right, we have found a cave. It is dark, so mean things are spawning and trying to kill me, but we have found ourselves a new cave. So with that, let's jump in here and kind of go over a few of the other little things I was talking about a minute ago on what to bring with you when you go caving or strip mining. The first thing you're going to want to do is bring, of course, your set of tools. You want your sword for offensive and things. A stone axe or any type of axe will also do damage. You can see it's actually stronger than the sword. It's just a little slow. So, but you're going to want at least a few pickaxes, a shovel, some maybe a sword or two if yours is low. You're going to want your handy dandy shield. You're going to want some extra food just in case. You're going to want a water bucket for multiple purposes, which we'll show you hopefully along the way. A stack of torches or a bunch of torches, just however many you want to bring. And then I like to bring some building blocks just in case mobs are trying to get to me. I can try to block it off and things like that. I can block off areas I've already been to. They're just super useful. And then last but not least, you're going to want to bring some logs, no matter what kind, oak, spruce, doesn't matter. And that way you can make sticks for torches, you can make sticks for more tools if you need them, and so on and so forth. I've got a little bit of iron on me from that last cave that didn't get recorded. I'm still upset from that, but I'm going to pretend like I don't, because we're going to go into this nice and fresh. We already got some coal here. And as we go in through here, you're going to notice that I do a couple of things. First and foremost, I put all of my torches. Oh, we got a kind of a short cave here, a small cave, which is okay. That scared me. Oh, we do have a skelly. I do put all my torches on the right side. And for me, that tells me that if I see a torch on the right side, that means I'm going deeper into the cave. If I put a torch on the left side, however, or if I see the torches on the left side, that means I'm leaving the cave. And that helps you, helps prevent you from getting lost in the cave. Because you don't want to get down in the cave, get lost. It's really annoying, because then you have to start mining your way out, and that's just not fun. But something else you probably noticed is I saw this iron and I kept going. And what that does is it helps you light up a little bit ahead of you, so you know what's ahead of you, you now know what's behind you, and you don't have to worry about mobs sneaking up on you. No creeper's going to blow up or skelly's going to shoot you while you're mining out your ore. So those are just some useful little tips along the way. Oh, almost missed this iron. So we're going to go ahead and grab this iron. And something else I recommend as early as you can is to get yourself geared up with armor. So early game, the first armor I think the game really wants you to get is leather. It's not as good as iron, and to me it's harder to get, so I usually skip the leather and go straight for iron. With this, we should have enough iron. We can run back to the base real quick and smelt all this up and make ourselves a full set of iron armor. Bats are another one of those mobs. They're useless. They give you absolutely nothing, no drops at all whatsoever. So, but another little thing, you notice that I saw this iron down here. I mined this block out. This is another just one of those helpful Minecraft tips. I always try to leave myself, if I'm mining down to get something like this, I always try to leave myself a way out. Because if I'm down here and a creeper falls in here with me, I've got to mine this block to be able to get out. And by then, that creeper's exploded, I'm dead, and I'm not having a good day. So, yeah, let's move on. So I've not actually made it back to the base to get any more armor or iron smelted up. The cave system that I was exploring actually led out to another cave, so I decided we would keep going. And that's why I bring like a crafting table with me or extra wood to make one, because I can now take some of this and we can smelt up this iron while we're down here. We don't have to worry or wait on other things. You can see there's some mean things here waiting for us, so we don't want to make it too far in here. Let's grab us some of this dirt and make us a little bridge. I think we're safe. Nothing should be able to come up here. Mobs can't get over 2 blocks, so we are safe there. And this cave system kind of breaks off all kinds of different directions. I don't want to get too far away, just in case. Here's another example of me mining a way to get out, just in case. Say this was full of creepers, like this fella over here. Then I would want a quick way out. Nope, nope. They need line of sight to blow up, so if you can block their sight, you should be pretty safe. Our sword is almost dead. I'd say we're better off just dropping it and getting our new one out here and not having to worry too much about it. So let's go back and get that iron, get all geared up and things, and yeah. Now that we've got 24 iron ingots, we can make a full set of armor. So we're going to make ourselves a helmet by making just a little N at the top here. Boom. We're going to make ourselves a breastplate by filling in all of them except the top middle. Some pants. And some boots. As so. And if you'll look right above our hearts, as I put this on, you can see little armor dudes, little chest plates down there filling up, meaning we've got more and more armor, meaning things won't kill us quite as quickly. And the next thing I'm going to actually do is make myself an iron sword. Not necessary, but it's super useful. I know there's some more iron up ahead. Getting an iron pickaxe early is also quite nice. But I want this iron sword for when we are fighting some more of these baddies. Which, that doesn't go there. I need more torches real quick. There we go. So, as you can see, I did come on back in here and light up a little bit more. You'll notice that there are occasionally torches I place on the ground, not on the right side. And the reason that is I want to make sure this area is spawn proof. I don't want anything spawning over here. So it's kind of one of those you just need to come up with your own little system. My torches on the right mean I'm going in. Torches on the left mean I'm going out. Torches on the ground, I just ignore. They're there to light up the area so I don't have to worry. I'll do some other ones, like if I'm in a very elaborate cave and it's really annoying and things, like right here where it splits off all kinds of different directions, I may put 2 torches like this, meaning this is the direction out. So you just kind of have to play around, figure out what you like, what you will be able to remember and understand, and so on and so forth. And with that, I think I've pretty much cleared this entire cave. This was, well, okay, maybe not. There's still more cave. But I'm going to call that good on this cave for right now. I try to clear the entire cave early, like as soon as I finish, or as soon as I jump over that. I try to clear the entire cave once I start it. That way I don't have to worry about going back in there and finding my way down to where I was, things like that. But this cave, this is a big cave, so this one I believe will end. I'm not going to worry too much. Yeah, it ends right here. I would like to come back and get this coal. I may come back and finish off these little bits and stuff later on off camera. But, hey, perfect timing, daytime. Meaning all these baddies are going to burn up. But we got quite a bit of stuff. We ended up with a good haul from the caves. So let me get over here real quick. Good enough. And you can see here we got a good chunk of coal. I got over a stack of iron. And those are the main things. I got a little bit of gravel and stuff, but got a good bit of resources in those caves. It's kind of what I figured. And because I keep messing up whether or not I'm recording or not, I don't know if I said this, but I kind of break up caves into 2 sections. The iron, coal, gold, lapis, and redstone. I usually try to find by caving just because it's easier. And then the strip mining, which we're about to get into, I usually try to go for diamonds. I find that to be the easiest way for me personally to get diamonds. You can see there's a chest plate where I tried this, recording all this once before, and failed miserably. And now that we've got all that put away, I've got my iron armor, I'm geared up still, we're ready to go. We've got our food, our water, our torches, extra blocks and extra logs, crafting table, tools, all the things I need. Let's jump into doing a little bit of strip mining as well. And this is kind of the safer way. This way you don't really have to worry about getting lost. You don't have to worry too much about mobs. Occasionally you'll come across caves and things. But as I said before, I'd go caving a lot of times. A lot of it's just to light up the caves, because we're going to need a lot of this area lit up at one point eventually, but right now we don't. So yeah, we do the caving to light it up, but I get a lot of the easier resources: iron, coal, things like that. Now for strip mining, on the other hand, you can see here I've already dug out an area, and if you hit F3, we're going to take a little note of our coordinates. And that's kind of a good thing to talk about right now anyway, is our coordinates. About halfway down on the screen over on the left side, you'll see X, Y, and Z. Ours right now is -69, -70-ish, -71 is that first number. When I can move this way, east to west. The middle number is 63, the Y number, and that goes up if we go up or down. So if we jump, you see 63, 64. Then if I move north to south, you'll see that last number moving up, 140, 141, 142, so on and so forth. And those are your coordinates. That kind of tells you where you're at in the world. If I write those numbers down, below it, it'll tell you what block you are. So I would know that block number -70, 56, 130. If I remember that, I will always be able to find my way back to this area, to this base. But we're going to focus on that Y number. Coal and iron will spawn all the way up to the surface. I believe gold is below like Y32. I think lapis is like below Y24 or something like that. But redstone and diamonds, two of the most valuable resources in the game as far as I'm concerned, they don't spawn unless you are way down below Y16. So once we get to I like to do Y14. That means if I look down a little bit further on that list there, it will tell me that I am looking, it's almost at the bottom, looking at block -70, 15, 84. Meaning this is 16, this is 15, 14, and 13. So if I just mine out in this direction, I'm going to be able to see these 4 layers and whether or not there are diamonds. You can see we've already found some redstone this way. A lot of people will tell you all kinds of different things. And it honestly, as long as you're below Y16, you're going to find diamonds. They will tell you that Y11 is the best. They'll tell you that Y8 or 9, 10 are the best. And you're going to get a lot of different answers. The reason I like to do Y14 is because I can now mine out all of this, and then I can actually go down 3 blocks and start mining out, or even I could honestly go down 4 blocks, start mining out those 2 blocks and see a whole nother layer of where I could find diamonds. So that's kind of the reason I like to do this. A lot of people will say Y11 because Y10, well, let's just go down and I'll show you. All right, so a lot of people will say Y11 because Y10, which is this block right here, is considered lava level, meaning as we're going forward, we will occasionally come across lava at our feet. So you have to be careful if you're not paying attention, just going forward like this, just break and go, you may fall into lava. But a lot of people will do it at 11 because that is lava level. A lot of people will do it at Y12 because then you don't have to worry as much. You can just keep going and so forth. Like I said, anytime you're at least Y14 or Y16 below, you're going to find diamonds. So let's do a little bit of I did a kind of a montage of that last section. I think this time we're going to do a little bit of a time lapse. That's the word I'm looking for. We're going to do a time lapse and see exactly what we can find. Now, before I do that, this is a very important bit of information. I told you last episode or episode before last that your tools, each one have a specific job. And you need the right tool for the job. If I were to try to break this redstone with a stone pick, it's going to break that block and I'm not going to get it. So coal, iron, any of the stones like this stone, granite, andesite, which I don't have any down here, diorite, you can use a stone for. Lapis, a little unknown or misinformed bit of information. A lot of people believe you have to have a better pickaxe than stone for lapis, but you don't. You can collect lapis with a stone pickaxe. Now, for gold, redstone, and diamonds, you're going to need an iron pickaxe, which we have got plenty up there. So I'm going to go get all my tools upgraded into iron just to make it a little bit quicker and easier. And that way we can get some redstone and hopefully find some diamonds. So yeah, let's jump into this time lapse. Alright, so we did a little bit of a time lapse for that one. We did one for here, and honestly, like I said, anything below Y16, you could just keep going. So I could go on down to here. That's not torches. There we go. Put our torches over here. I could just keep going down and honestly mine out any of these. This is just one really decent way to make sure, to make sure you don't miss too awfully much. If you're a completionist like I tend to be, but my main one is 11. That's the one I usually go with. But I figured I would show you this little method. So we've got mine, and mine, doing it this way. And the reason I just kept going, let's jump back up here real quick. Use this one as an example. The reason I just kept going is the first strip, I just usually just keep going. And then after a while, I will come back in here and I will mine out a 3 wide area here. And this will be my main hallway. And the reason they call it strip mining or branch mining is because we are going to create branches going all through this main tunnel. This main tunnel being 3 wide makes it super easy for me to know that this is the main tunnel, because all the rest of them are going to be 1 wide. Now, there's a lot of different people who will do different methods. A lot of people will do, they'll make a strip here, and some people will just go a couple, some will do like 100 blocks. And then you got people like me who I will just go down this one way until I feel like quitting. I will go hundreds of blocks, sometimes thousands of blocks in one direction if that's all I want to do. And some people will do poke holing, where instead of doing little branches like this, they will go a couple and then they will just do a poke hole, nothing, move on down, do another poke hole. A lot of people do it that way. So there's a lot of different ways to go about doing this. There's a lot of different people who will say there is a good way of doing it, and most efficient way of doing it, and some who'll say that there's other different efficient ways of doing it. But the way I like to do it is I will actually, after I finish this one, I will come back and I will skip 3. 1, 2, 3, and that's when I will start my second or my next strip in my strip mine, or my next branch. And the reason I do that is because very rarely do diamond ore spawn in a 1 ore or 2 ore vein. It's very, very rare. So if I'm going down this one, I can see this block, I can see this block, and that block. The only one I can't see is this one. And yes, there may be a time or two where I miss 1 diamond or 2, but more often than not, they will spawn in to the world. They'll generate in the world as 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and even 8 diamond ore, usually in a 2x2 area. So if I'm doing this mine and this mine, I'm missing a little bit right here, but the chances of me missing a vein, a 1 diamond vein, are very rare. So if anything is spawning in this one, chances are it's going to spawn in this one as well. So to me, this is the most efficient way. And then I will just continue on down. We'll skip 1, 2, 3, and I will continue going down this one. But like I said, I will go thousands of blocks at a time because I find this to be extremely relaxing to just go and mine. I get a ton of resources that way and lots of diamonds and stuff like that. So that's just my preferred method for branch mining or strip mining. And you can make it however you want to do it. We'll go ahead and grab this. Unfortunately, that's all that. Unfortunately, we did not find diamonds today. I did get some redstone. I got some lapis. I got more coal and gold. We got a little more iron and a ton of cobble that we can use later on. So I don't really want to do too much mining. And let me tell you, let me kind of give you a little bit of a warning. If you are early game and you're doing kind of like what I'm doing, I've just got a little temporary base, you don't want to do very much mining, because hopefully next episode we are going to set out and actually start working on our main base. Our main base being a little bit off, not too far. In our case, I already know where my main base is going to be. At least starting off, we're going to build right here in the middle of this lake. This is where my main base is going to be. My starter home, everything is going to be right here. So for me, it's pretty simple to move my stuff from there to there. But if you're in a brand new world and you don't know where you're going to completely live, you're just kind of basing down for a temporary home, and you may end up traveling thousands of blocks, then it is going to be rather difficult to get all your belongings, because I've already got 2 full chests down there and a full inventory, meaning if I move 1,000 blocks, I'm going to have to take all this stuff over there, come back over here, get more stuff, take it back over there, come back a 3rd time to this area, grab it, and go back. So multiple trips back and forth for just what I've got right now, and it is easy to accumulate a lot of stuff. So I would not recommend doing too much mining early game until you find a place where you want to base down. But we pretty much covered everything, what to take when you're mining, how to cave, and how not to get lost in the cave with your torches. And then we jumped into a little bit of strip mining and things, a little bit safer and easier way. A few less resources as far as ore goes, but it's one of those, to each their own. You find what makes you happy, what you enjoy. I like to go caving. I like to do strip mining. Both are very, very enjoyable to me. But I think that's going to be it. Like I said, next episode, hopefully I'll have enough of the wood started or chopped down to start our first home. And I'm super looking forward to that and letting you know exactly what we're going to be building and stuff. But you'll have to find out next time here on Minecraft Manual. Thank you all so much for joining me again today. I do appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Hope y'all have an absolutely brotastic rest of your day. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button for me. And don't forget to subscribe on your way out. And until next time, have fun, be good, and we'll see you all later.